All right, we are back. So let's do this time. We are just going to do a basic customs run without anybody in it. That way we can help my dear old brother or anybody else that wants to watch this video just quickly run through the map and show where all the extraction points are, how to get them, this little beginning route run without any headaches. So once again, before I remember it, the important thing is always to make sure that you have your customs map with you. That way you can pick your starting location. Let's move this off to the side because I don't really need it anymore. Starting from the custom side again, we're going to spawn anywhere in this blue area. The route that we're going to be taking is going to bring us through this area, across the river. We're going to be splitting these buildings out and around, down this fence line to the extraction area. So, to do that without any headaches and to quickly get through it, we will do it without people and without scavs. And then once the tutorial is done, we can get back to just having all kinds of fun. Bear in mind, once again, this is a beginner's guide, beginner's loot run, quick, fast loot run. If that's all you really care about is making a loot run. Now, we have a really nice starting spawn location this time. I do a lot of times like to come up here, as you've seen me do many times, get up here on this building. You can do that. And once again, you can run all the way around, but when you do that, be careful, because from inside the red factory building, if people are inside there, they've got the key, they've opened that, you can be shot up here through those windows, okay? But from this point, this is actually a great starting location. We want to come through here to the back side. We're going to jump. And once again, we are right at our first two loot boxes. So there is the one in the back of the van, then there is this one. From here, you have a choice that you can make if you want to go into the building, which we're going to do as, for the purposes of this basic guide. You can actually just run down this road and head straight to the train cars and cross the river on either side of the bridge, but we're not going to do that. We're going to come back through here. This is, again, scavs will roam these storage containers, and players are spawning in all through here, so we're basically looking for players as we come through, looking for scavs. But you make your way through this gap. Once again, once you come through, players may have spawned ahead of you, they may be here. You're going to be looking for these bushes, looking around these corners. When you're coming through here, you're looking for scavs, you're looking for players, especially once you get inside. When we come inside this building, once again, we're looking for players up in this corner, we're looking for people that are in this building, we're looking for people who are actually up there in that little area. And as I've showed you a few times before, if there is a squad of players or even a solo player, it doesn't matter. If they're on a team, they can get up here, they can look out these windows, they will shoot you dead if your situational awareness is not on par and you're running on top of those those storage container buildings that you just seen me do. And you can actually be shot again from those windows out towards the storage containers. So always be careful of that. So once you're in here, again, keeping your head on the swivel, looking for players, looking for scavs. Here is our third loot box on this run. Okay, so then you can come out and you have two choices. You can either come back out the door that we came in through, or we can come out this door, which at times can be a little bit riskier because you have to look right and left. You have to look for people up, you know, on the train cars. They can be hiding underneath anywhere, waiting for people to come out to try and ambush you. But once again, whatever door that you come out, if you come out this one, you're going to make a left. If you're obviously coming out this one, you're running straight. We're looking for those Paradigm trucks, two of them side by side. But if you kind of get lost, you can always look for this ramp. So if you're up on the ramp, you know, you can come across, you know, down this way, down the ramp. You're looking for those two. And again, the main thing that we're looking for is this blue building. So you can go in this blue building again, checking this, checking the filing cabinets, making sure that you're keeping your head on the swivel, because it doesn't matter if you're in the factory, if you're out here, you're in the dorms, no matter what map you're on. It could be Shoreline, in the resort. Anytime that you loot these metal filing cabinets, you might as well have a herd of buffalo running through your living room, because they can be heard for quite a ways off. After you're done all that, out the door, close said door, take a hard right, and we're off to the races once again. Through the train cars, we're going to be looking, you know, for people setting up ambushes. They could be hiding in these cars. Now here again, we have a choice to make. But for the purposes of this video, we've only got one. You can actually run over there and go down the left side and across the land bridge, which is the route that I like to take. It's a little bit safer. You can cross the bridge, but you're taking your life into your own hands. Unless you're in like a 3, 4, 5 player squad, you can pretty much get killed up there pretty easily from scavs or players. Okay, you're pretty exposed. But we're going to continue on. So once you come over, we basically come over to this wall. Adds a little bit of protection as we're running down, because you are in the middle of two land bridges. As you can see, if you look left, there's the land bridge that I like to take, and then there is the other one over there. So as you're crossing this land bridge, you want to be careful. You have all of these bushes that people can be lying in wait, just waiting for you to be dumb enough to run out in the open. You have those bushes. They can be hiding up in anywhere under those pipes. Okay. So as we're coming through, here is our boat. And if you actually wanted to and be a little safer, you can. There is a little gap right there that you could run through. Once you get up to this area, especially the moment you get anywhere on, you know, to the middle of that land bridge or close to that boat, you want to start slowing your roll down a little bit, because here, as we come up, there can be scavs or players on that bridge that will shoot you from behind. There can be scavs that are along this right by that van there. And as we've seen a couple times before, they can be patrolling and walk through any one of these doors. So we're definitely keeping an eye on these doors. We're going to come up here. We're sticking to the left, looking for players here. And they're actually, once we finally get the raid completed or whatever, in these bushes right here is actually a dead scav. And you need this dead scav for one of the, I think it's one of Skier's third quest. So anyway, getting back on the other side, as we're coming through here, we're going to keep, once we get here, we're going to keep a lookout, because there is, as we've seen many times watching my stream today, there is a sniper scav that will spawn up on top of that building. So I always like to run the back way while I'm keeping my eye here, because you have to keep an eye on these bushes. Once again, if a player beats you to this area, this is a beautiful, beautiful ambush spot. They'll just sit right here and wait for you to run this way, or if you're not paying attention, because a lot of players get tunnel vision, they will, just run straight down that road, and they'll come and they'll just take off down towards the construction area that's right in front of us. So you really got to be careful. I've actually waited here for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes one time, and just killed 2 or 3 people that just kept running through. And even though there were dead bodies lying in front of me, they just actually kept thinking, you know what, these people are gone by now. These are just, dead bodies that people have left behind. Guess what? Better luck next time in your next match. So once again, you're going to split these buildings. And once you're coming through this area, again, we'll actually take a look at it now. You really got to pay attention no matter where or what direction you're coming from, because if players, especially a 4 or 5 man squad, get up here, as you can see, they have a commanding view of everywhere around. They can shoot people coming from that side. They can shoot anybody that's coming from the boiler side over there. They've got commanding view towards the dorms. They've got views behind you all along the bridge area and the like. And then of course they can just simply murder you as you try to split the buildings like we just did. So basically you get the idea. And if they're in a squad, they'll usually park one person here, and they'll park another person here, and that person's responsibility is to just, keep an eye on these 2 entrances, but you kind of get the idea. So anyway, this is one of the key locations. It's a high traffic area, whether it's scavs or players, because that truck right there is another quest vehicle that you would need. And again, I think it's for Skier's first quest or second quest. But anyway, as you split those buildings, provide yourself, once you come from the bushes that we were just at, down here, we're sticking towards the building, we're making a hard right. That way, if we need to use these bushes as cover, but what we basically want to do is run straight into these oil drums, right towards this wall. And this is kind of a secret location. You want to stick to the wall, and I'll show you why again, because if you stick closer to the oil drum side, there are barbed wire there. You're going to give yourself away. Here's our loot boxes. Let's see what they have. I really don't care about the bag, but I just want to see if this one's gonna, well, not that it matters, because we don't have scavs or anything in this game. But again, there is only one entrance, one way to get here. So if you wanted to be patient, you could actually sit here for 15-20 minutes, wait for people to come, and you can just, actually just annihilate them as they come through. Hopefully you don't miss. And then once again, we're sticking to the wall. I'm kind of running through this, but we're going to be looking for people, looking for scavs. We're going to pop out this way, looking for people, but you can quickly see why this is a really good beginning loot run, because you have all of these nice bushes pretty much no matter which way you go. But once you pop out of that wall, there are your dorms if you wanted to just run off to the dorms. But obviously we're not doing that. So we stick here. You can run in this way, but I would not advise it because it's part of my route. So as we're sticking to the outside of the wall, we're keeping an eye on the bus station. There are scavs, as we've seen time and again, that will spawn over there. So we continue down using our bushes as cover as needed. At any time you can stop, you can rest, you can set up ambushes in these, recover your stamina. Going up and over, again, make sure that we do not hit the barbed wire. And that building there will be a sniper that sometimes spawns in up there, so make sure we're paying attention to that. We're basically crossing the railroad bridge here, keeping an eye out as we come over. Again, see, we still have our bushes for cover. If you wanted to, you could cross the road. That is a gas station. It is not our extraction point, and we're not going to go in there because we want to quickly get this video tutorial over with. But you could go in that building. There's cash registers in there, and there's one room that you can loot. If you had the factory key, once again, which I do not, you could actually open this door, and it's a shortcut through. As we move right along, for the purposes of our beginner route, we come here. At any point you want to jump up here on top of the oil pipe, and we are going to race along, and we're going to jump over. And as again, we've made noise, but you see we didn't really cause a whole lot of damage to ourselves, but you will make noise. If you've got really good jumping skills, let's go with that one instead. You can actually jump right here on this, and you can actually jump over that wall. So now we come off, we're back along our wall. Now, as I indicated earlier, we want to be careful, because as we break through this is the kind of the most vulnerable part of this beginning route. You do see, and as you can see, you got a pretty good amount of open space in front of you. Once you get to know where the extraction points are, and you get a little better with the map, you know, you can actually run over there and continue in the same direction. But we're going to continue along. As you can see over there in that building, there's actually another grenade ammo crate in that building. We're coming along, and again, as we start to encroach in this area, we're starting to get on the other side of the map where the players would spawn if they had chosen to spawn, on the boiler side of the map. We definitely want to keep an eye on this building right here, because there is a scav that will spawn there. He may or may not have a sniper rifle. That building right there is actually, again, if you have a key, there is a grenade. I don't know if that's like I don't know if I should call it like a little armory or whatnot, but there is like a grenade room in there. So if you had the factory key and you could open that, and I'm assuming it's the factory key, I think that's the one you need. You could open that, go in there, and you could get your hands on some nice grenades. But we're coming along. Now at this point we could come in here, and actually I'll show you, but again, you would look up on top of that building for the sniper. There's a little door down there that scavs will pop out of, or players, and then there's scavs that'll patrol this road. But for the purpose of this, let's go have a little fun. But if you come through this wall, and you can run on either side, and chances are it may not be there, because people who spawn in on the boiler side, on the opposite side of the map that we did. But basically, when you get these far, you want to look for those two red smokestacks right there, because the building that these are attached to is the one that you want. And people that spawn on this side can and usually do spawn inside this building, but once you come into the building, you actually just run to the back side. And there's a person or a dead scav who's always here that you can loot. They usually have some tools or whatnot. There's a toolbox. But here's the one that we really want. We want these stairs. So if you come up these stairs and around, and you want to be careful, because people who know about this may be setting up an ambush, so always be careful. But here is a nice little loot box. You can have a chance for a AK-74. You can have a chance for Geez, I forgot the name of it again. The M4. An M4, well, that's the M4 spawn location, the high-level AK, or a lot of other nice things. And if you wanted to, you could just pop out that way. But we're going to go back to that same hole in the wall to get back to the beginning route. As you can see, I mean, just from this run, I mean, there isn't a whole lot to this map. Alright, we're back at our starting location. And apparently we're too tired to jump over the pipe. But anyway, here's our starting location. So after we're running, we're coming down this pipe. You actually can have a choice. You can come in and you can start running down this way. Or I believe, if memory serves me right, you can actually continue along this wall. Yep, and you can get in right here. So either hole or break in the wall will do you wonders. But especially when you come this way. That building right there is a player spawn location where players will bust out of there. Scavs will patrol in that building up along this road. So anyway, we're continuing along. These are the red doors, are your marker when you finally get to this far. These oil tanks. If you're new, you can run straight to these doors, or at least so you can see them. Once you get down this road at any time, once you get a little better, you can actually cut through the oil drums, but come down towards the red doors, hang a right. We're going to keep running. And that building right there is the first extraction point that you need. That is an open extraction for just about anyone if you spawned on the custom side of the map. So you can actually either just continue down the road, which we'll do, again, looking for players or scavs. Make sure you don't lose sight of your building, and you can actually just open the door, run down, and extract. Or you can do what I was going to do, which is the quicker way. You just come the back side, you come up the ramp, you just drop down the front of it, open the door. We're going to run down the stairs, and here you want to be cautious because when you're running down the stairs, there can be people in here, you know, that are either extracting and will shoot you as you come around the corner, or they're setting up an ambush. But as you get close to the wall, as you can see, we're going to start to extract, which I don't want to do. That is extraction point number 1. Our next extraction point, we're going to, from extraction point number 1, you can just keep running around the road, come up on this side of the tracks, run down the tracks, again at the same time, always keeping an eye out for players, for scavs, those sort of things. There's our building with the sniper that usually spawns on top of it, so we're looking for our sniper. We're looking for scavs that may have spawned in after we ran by, started patrolling the area over there. Basically what you want to do is we're going to run all the way down the tracks, and we are going to jump the fence. Okay? And there is our second extraction location. So the minute you jump the fence, we can come over here. Ah! Ow. Hopefully avoiding the barbed wire that I completely forgot about. And then once again, we come down the stairs, being cautious of players. And here, actually, is a loot crate. It may or may not have grenades in it, but it's usually ammo boxes. So again, run down, being careful. And here is our second extraction point from the custom side. And we're not going to extract. And then the last one is what's considered called the old gas station. So again, after you jump the fence and you don't go there, you can just keep running straight. And here you want to be careful because people from the boiler side like to just go over to the old gas station. They can set up ambushes or whatever. But you just basically run down. And here you want to be careful when you get to this point because there are anywhere from 2 to 4 scavs that can be down there. But as you can see, the green smoke there, this is the third extraction point from the old gas station. But there will be scavs that are all over this area and in through here. So you can actually jump down this way, or if you're taking fire, you're getting shot at, whatever, you can actually come, you know, to this side, jump down, and then this area especially, you might want to keep an eye out for players, because there are players who will set up an ambush here and just wait for you to jump down from that side. And then again, here is your old gas station extraction point. Open the door. Make sure that nobody has closed the door and is just waiting to murder you as you extract. And you're going to come into this door, down the stairs, once again checking for people setting up an ambush. And here is our final extraction, and we will extract this time. That is our customs map beginner's loot run, and extraction guide for Dear Old Brother and anybody else. I will be uploading this to YouTube, my YouTube channel, so people can access the video from there. So have fun. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Now let's go have some fun just playing.